Welcome to Grit and Gravitas with Anne and Annie, bringing you savvy, spirited stories of success. We're excited to deliver 30 minutes of inspiration, impact, and goodness. We'll be bringing you guests and friends from around the country who have very special work and personal journeys. I'm Anne Deeter Gallaher, your co-host with Annie Carnathan, and this is Grit and Gravitas. Let's go! 2026, Annie Carnathan. We are recording in January. This will probably be broadcast in February, hence I'm in my red turtleneck.
We may have had a really big snowstorm by then.
I know it. We're going to do the traditional topic on New Year's resolutions, new commitments, fresh ideas, and I didn't even really know that there was a Quitter's Day. Did you know that? Was it January 9th?
I did. I didn't know there was one. It will not shock you. I'm throwing shade at all that stuff. I just have an entirely different take on that. And I find that to be the Quitter's Day. Just the word is not in my vocabulary.
I know.
And
I think it's isn't it relation to fitness? And that, I mean, how many people do we know that have gym memberships and they're committed and they've maybe gone 2 or 3 times in January and they pay the rest of the year? I think fitness centers probably depend on that.
Why do you pay even $10 a month? Because I think someday I'll go, clearly you're not going to. And that isn't at the root of it. Right? That's not remotely the root of it. Because if I was committed to fitness, I can walk outside, I can do squats I can do this, I can do that. I can do a full body workout walking in the morning if I wanted to. Right?
So I kind of feel, I would love to know what commitments you have. And I have one that I started actually in December. So it's not really a New Year's, but taking the first step, doing the first, signing up for whether it's a fitness program is always the hardest. Like if you can get through that, then you get over the, your mental barrier of I need to do this. How many of us say that, like, I really need to stop eating any processed food, or I need to stop whatever it is for you, soda or ice cream or whatever. And we say that and we know that, and 5 years passes and we haven't made a discernible change in that.
I think that a lot of what's tried and true sounds cringy. It sort of sounds like duh. But
people make a lot of money on duh. But financially and otherwise.
It is, and it's the crawl, walk, run. And as well as anyone that knows me well, I'm highly, highly disciplined. And to the point where if I want you, I'm going to get you, and if I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat this.
We've heard episodes of that too.
And where does that grow out from? Where does it happen? But Anne, I think something you love or something you want to do, you didn't, whatever it is, the status of which didn't happen overnight, and I don't understand why realistically we think we can change it quickly. Like it took a while to get to that point. And so I think crawl, walk, run.
Yeah.
And intuitively we know things that we don't necessarily apply. So, I think health is everything. And we have a lot of people in our tribe that feel the same way. Well, you either live that or you don't live that. And it might not be convenient. And it might not. I don't feel like it. Blah, 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 blah. And so I had had a personal trainer for
I don't think I knew that.
Probably 8 or 9 years.
I don't think I knew that.
Then COVID happens.
Yeah.
Gyms closed down. What do? I start to walk. And I walk and I walk. And now I
Was
walk.
that when you started in COVID?
Yes, I had. So we were locked down and I had walking meetings. I had to get up and get out. I'm not a sedentary person, period. So that evolved, right? So then I had, I walk with a 35-pound vest, or
Do you?
Oh yeah, along the way I made my own little fitness course, right?
Wow.
So I have, here's my squat place, here's my this
So
place.
how long are you walking?
2 to 3 miles a morning.
Is it the same route?
I mean, yes.
But you're walking your dogs, right?
Yeah, because I'm timed, right? Like in the morning. I can't just, like, not all who wander are lost. But I would get lost in everything if I didn't have a set. Well, I would just keep walking and not even know what time it was. That's how lost in myself I get. And it's part meditation. I think it's part the day. I think it's part, where am I in life? What can I do better, make happen? So long and the short, I start to personal train again.
Oh,
and what I did was, I have a really good friend who says, it's that person who goes, I'm doing everything and nothing's changing. And I'm thinking, well, then we're not doing the right everything. So what I did was I gifted her personal training for Christmas.
Nice.
And we're doing it together.
Oh, nice.
And I think there's just a different lens for me because form's good, know all the exercises, know while they're happening. But there I am for her.
Sure.
And so if you look at me, that's the greater gift of fulfillment for me, is helping her.
Yeah.
And having the need fulfilled.
Well, you benefit too. I mean, you're working out.
Exactly. Because here we are, we're not in the office as much, right? And so I have to sit there and think, I don't want to be working from home and be this solitary.
No.
So what are constructive ways to get around that, to pivot over it? Like, I would like nothing more than to wake up every day and go to an office, right? So what am I going to do to really reconstruct that part of me that's so important? And this has been sensational.
Good for you.
Right. So I would say to her, you're
so how often do you guys go?
Twice a week.
Good. Is this early in the morning you're going?
No. It's more toward the end of the day because she works and she like leaves and does it and then goes back. And I really tried to construct it.
Is it strength training or what are you doing?
Yes, strength training.
Which is, the more you read about that, it's a little less cardio and more emphasis has been on strength training for women.
So as women, right, we're losing muscle,
yes.
our bone density, like just physiologically, our body's like, haven't we worked hard enough this lifetime? Can we just start taking it easy? And I think that's the biggest thing you have to resist. Because I say to my
Wait, what is
aunts,
sitting?
More sedentary.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's what your body's asking you to do. Like, no. And honestly, like, I'm always cracking the whip for people to just
shocked.
move. I know, right? Because I truly believe that's, but not in an evangelical way, like, oh, how can you not move, right?
Yeah.
But I also think that core strength changes it changes everything. It changes sleep. It changes what you're willing to eat. Like, just it's because you're putting the work in, right? And I believe when you put the work in, you're going to get benefits out.
And there's a mental health benefit to obviously your time with your friend. That's huge. That kind of relationship you're forming, that bond of working out together. You're moving, you're inspiring her to move. I think that's huge. And health and wellness at work is a huge thing now. So shout out to the companies who are able to provide that service for their employees. And I know small companies are doing that as well, either providing gym memberships or providing, time over lunch. A fitness instructor comes in or a wellness instructor or yoga, whatever. I think that's amazing. And it's kind of feels trite. Like we everybody talks about that every year. I'm going to get in better health. But I think the older you get, the more valuable we are to our work and to our colleagues, if we are exercising or really doing something to move. Like you said, sitting is the new smoking, they say. We've got to get up and move and I think it clears your mind. It gets, changes thinking perspectives, fresh ideas. But anyway, I started swimming. Which I started that.
That's no joke.
I started that.
Most adults, this is God honest truth, could not swim up and back in a standard pool. That's a God honest truth.
Seriously?
That's sad. Oh yeah.
So this is funny because I blew away my own expectations. I just was sitting at the office here one day, and I was a swimmer back in the day. So I swim.
Who knew? Anne Deeter Gallaher.
And I joined Ship's swim team when I went. I think I lasted like a month, the first month, because these ladies were way out of my league. Anyway, I was sitting here at the office and I just thought, do you ever get that epiphany? Today's the day. Like I'm done thinking about it. I'm not going to tell my friends, hey, I want to join you someday.
Because the bond is with you.
Yeah. And I thought, I'm doing it. I drove up to the Y, got my membership, got my little picture taken, came home, and they gave me the tour and stuff. First of all, kudos to the Y. I had no idea that many people go to the Y.
And it's a gorgeous facility.
Yes.
It is.
And anyway, I saw a lot of people of every possible age.
Yep.
I came home and told Corey, I said, okay, I did it. Today was the day. He said, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Then it was actually the next day. It was a Saturday morning. I looked at the pool times, and they have lap swims. Mm-hmm. I went to Dick's and got a swim cap because I didn't want to get my blonde hair to turn green. And
that would be problematic.
Got new goggles. And I said, today's the day. I'm just going to do it. I didn't do stretching beforehand. I didn't do research beforehand.
Did you take the plunge in?
I did it. The pool was freezing. Anyway, I think my story...
Libby Delana is giving you a shout out for your cold plunge.
Who is? Oh, yes.
Libby Delana.
Yes.
This morning walk.
My tip to others, just do it. Like, you don't have to be a professional. I didn't get a new Speedo suit. And I thought, I don't know who's going to be there. I know no one. And I got there and like 3 of the lanes were full. I don't even know if there's a protocol. I'm going in totally stone cold. But it felt so good to do
Literally stone cold.
Right? Yeah, literally. Today was the day. So I started, I think I did 22 laps.
Oh my goodness, girl.
Well, that in the world of swimming, that's like nothing. So then obviously I'm showing up on Instagram, and all of these swim groups are showing up, which was really cool. So I joined a couple of the Facebook
your swimming tribe,
swimming community, and even threw in a couple questions to AI, of how many laps is good for a woman my age, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, you also have people you could ask that
I know.
In fitness, right? So there's that.
But anyway, it felt good to stay committed, and for no other reason than my own self. Like, the doctor didn't say, Anne, you should swim. Swimming is actually, the more I research, one of the most powerful. Corey's had a couple, hip replacement and knee replacements. It's like the number one thing for that. But it was kind of cool. I'm telling all the grandkids, like, okay, guess how many laps Mimi swam today? And now I'm going to have to swim with them in the summer, because they're always saying, like, Mimi, get in the pool with us.
And they'll push you.
I think I go back to, we can do hard things. And we should do hard things. We should push ourselves, even in 50s and 60s, push the limits of what you think you can do. Like, I'm not going to do a cold plunge. Libby, I love following her and what she does. That's just not my thing.
Oh, no, I would never.
And I'm probably never going to
do the polar plunge, and I think that helps dogs. No. I do anything for dogs. No.
I'm not going to do open air, swimming outside, like in the ocean or in the lake. I'm not really into that. But my one of my older brothers has been swimming at his Y in Philadelphia, and he actually was the inspiration, and he wasn't really a big competitive swimmer. I'm like, dang, he was telling me how many laps he's doing. I said, okay, I have got to do this now. So he was a huge inspiration to me.
That's a great North Star. Yeah.
So it just was, it's a reminder to all of us, like, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can do hard things. We should push the limits with ourselves, and it's not a weight issue. I don't even know. I guess you could lose weight swimming. I'm not sure. It's more of a muscle. You're using every muscle in your body, challenging yourself. And I put a picture on Instagram, because Corey and I went away, and I swam in the pool that we were out in. And a friend messaged me. She said, "Is that you in the water?" I said, yes. Like, I'm resurrecting.
Good for you.
Resurrecting
Brava, ADG. Brava.
My 12-year-old self.
I think it's exceptional. Look at the joy you have telling this.
Oh, it's a new.
And you're lighting up, right?
Corey said, you should really back it down, hun. Like, you don't have to. I said, no, I'm competing against myself.
Amen.
So there's a whole new thing called masters swimming. So now I could compete if I wanted to. I don't think I'm going that far. But it is...
Next thing you know, we'll see you in the Senior Olympics.
No, yeah, I'll have to research that. But my last swim, Annie, was 76 laps.
What? Now, how long does that take?
That's about an hour. 72 at the 25-yard pool, not 25 meters. 72,
now, what do you do? You go into a locker room and change and get ready again and go out and do all that?
72 laps is a mile.
Good. Look at you,
So... kind of do it. So that is my own internal doing hard things. Yep. We do hard things at work, when
and don't blink twice about it.
We have deadlines and stuff, but it's good to start something totally different.
So
that's my resolution.
And I've been known to be called black and white. I don't know. Maybe that's true. But I just think there are some mantras. I've always said in my head. It says do or do not. There is no try.
I know, and it's hard to try. And I think now that you've told your story, I think I'm going to reach out to people, especially women who I know aren't as comfortable showing up by themselves. I don't really love it either. I'm going to reach out and say, hey, do you want to join me?
Well, and the other one is, there's no sale. There's no commission on a sale you almost make.
Yeah.
I spent 40 years being a commissioned salesperson. So to this day. So I think there isn't any gray. You're doing it or you're not doing it. And I applaud you. And the genesis for this was, so I got a little in my home office right outside. Beautiful, right? Big windows, woods, all this, got a little mat, got a little bench, nothing crazy. I got the dumbbells that you can adjust within the dumbbells.
So you're working out in the office?
Right outside my office.
Oh, good.
So I would get between calls, or I would do this, or I would do that. And so I
gotta go get weights.
No. So the genesis of this was, I thought, well, I'm still here, and I'm still alone, and this really sucks. I just not like.
So you found out that the solo workout was not something you loved.
It's spirited. I think it's good when we're going to get 18 inches of snow. I'll be intentional. Yeah. I don't think we'll miss sessions anyway because they're Tuesday, Thursday. But my point to that was, then I go, my good friend, and we're talking, and I'm like, I don't know how to help her. I don't know how to help her, but I'm like, okay, she has to just sort of get a fresh perspective. Yeah. And women have to strength train.
I know.
And it can be and our trainer is 23 or 24. She is extraordinary. And it's so wonderful seeing the world through her eyes, seeing her deal with it. So my friend never weight trained and never did the exercise. And I sort of, but man, do I just...
But that's for bone health, which I know is really good.
I said to the trainer, someday I'm going to just pick my friend up and say, you did it, girl. You're doing it. And I would say, you're sore, that stinks, right? When you get sore from working out again. But my point was, I knew it was important.
Yeah.
I knew that, and Walker wrote me workouts, my son, with videos. He's extraordinary.
Good.
And he's so committed to health. And so I thought, he's like, well, are my workouts good? I'm like, no, honey. I don't want to be in my basement, working out by myself.
Love it.
So that's how I addressed it. And I thought with my girlfriend, that's the best thing I could do for her. And I can bark her up the hill because it's so hard to start out, be sore until you
she
find
love it?
And I mean, it's a 4 or 6. We just started beginning of the year, and she already thinks her flexibility is better.
Oh, no doubt.
And you have to be realistic, right? But I think our trainer is it's so it presses every one of those boxes in to be. But my point is that the whole New Year's resolution bugs me. The whole quitting day bugs me because I feel like the difference between this year and next year is a second. But I don't want to wait for anything to have today be the day.
Yeah.
But you
I think
have
when
to
you
stick with it, right?
Yeah. And it's, there's life happens in amongst that. If I get another kidney stone, I'm probably not going to, swim for a couple of weeks. But we can't let those things prevent us from starting. So like you said, for whatever we're talking about for women especially, today is the day to start. For some people that might be, okay, I'm going to make that phone call, talk to my banker about starting a business. Might be I'm going to make that phone call to Annie as CEO to ask how you got to that role. It might be if there's a high school student listening, college student, today's the day to reach out on LinkedIn, to the person you've been watching and saying, I wish I'd get a coffee date. Maybe they don't ever accept coffee invitations. I wish I'd like to interview them about their business or their journey.
The internal battle, and I think this has everything to do with how you look at life or how you count your blessings or how what you focus on becomes reality. So you could sit here and say swimming, well, I got to go get a suit and I got to go get goggles and it's cold.
For me, it's like, how do we look in our suit?
Well, there you go. And I don't want to change in a locker room and I don't want to do, and you could be, and I do, the euphemism I have for that is Eeyore. And I get very frustrated with people who just put all these, obstacles and barriers. And I don't think that way. But a lot
of people do. And it's tough. So
that's my point. And there's only so far you're going to be able to help someone, overcome that because they have to meet you halfway. And my girlfriend met me halfway, right? I was like, here's what I want to do. What do you think about that? Will you just do it with me for 1 quarter?
Yeah.
Right? And so my point
you said this to her.
Yeah. You have to find the people around you that are like people. And honestly, I'm 60 and I still feel like I'm finding my people.
You look like you're 30.
Thanks. You look really great too. I told you. But I think too that it's taken me almost an entire life to find my people. I didn't fit in a lot of I tried 2 golf leagues. Neither one did I feel like I really fit in. Right. So I think you test that too while you can. And so is pickleball the next bastion? I don't know. I don't know.
I think, as we're talking about today's the day and do it, the flip side of that, you're talking about your friend and which was me for a long time of not doing any, whether it was not swimming. I walk a lot with my girlfriends, not as regular as they do. And that's totally on me. But if you've ever read the Mel Robbins book, Let Them. Have you read that? It's her latest.
I have. My niece actually pointed that out to me, and I do. I work on that with my therapist as well.
And part of her premise, which is simply put but true, when you said it sounds like a dumb moment, it did sound like a dumb. Whether it's exercise, whether it's saving money, whether it's changing a career, we have to change ourselves. But if you wanted to, you would. It's really as simple. I talked about swimming. If I wanted to, I would. So finally got to the day where I wanted to. I can make the difference. We can't depend. I want to be there for my friends, but at the end of the day, we have got to decide that today matters and we're going to make the changes today.
And I think, Mel Robbins, not take anything away from anyone that has helped a single person in life. Yeah. Right? I'm not throwing shade. I'm not... And I just think that at the point to which we have this internal combustible system, intellectually we always know a lot more than we're willing to emotionally
we can't fool ourselves.
embrace. And when you just say the word change, the ways people fight against change of any kind, and they want people around them that reinforces the narrative of why they don't want to change or don't want to do this, or there's too many obstacles for that and I can't do this and I won't do that. And is that to say that when I do it, I always think it'll have a good outcome? I always think there's no plan B. Do I go up in flames? My goodness, yes. But that is why I succeed. Yeah. I fail fast, I fail forward. And my whole intentionality, and I think intention important, to say to my girlfriend, I would like to do this with you So it would like be what I like to gift you. She knew it was coming from my heart.
Yeah.
To try to just
she wasn't offended.
Change the narrative in her head, because she's a beautiful soul, and she's accomplished so many things, and I didn't like that focus, but I knew also the sign to put out their hand and say, I'll help you through this. And that's what I think your tribe does, right? I would, or she could have said, I'm not trying to say, she didn't take it like that at all.
Yeah.
And that's why I think she's part of my tribe.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, obviously. Yeah. No.
So
good point.
Yeah. And but is that to say after one quarter, she'll still do it? I mean, I have no
You can't do any more than you did.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. I'm not living to continue to, she has to internally say this is a better thing for me.
No, I know.
Right. So I do think New Year or not, like today is the day.
Right. And that was the name of our very first podcast. Today's the day.
Oh, we're so awesome.
And so that was 5 years ago. And we recorded that. The first podcast on January 15th is when we recorded. It wasn't launched, I don't think, till February.
Bootstrapping. We just came in and...
But so again...
We're all we got and our guests, right?
Other people could have said if they wanted a podcast, they'd have one. And we finally got to that point, thanks to your nudging and invitation, like... Okay, yeah, we want one. We're willing to do the work, whatever that looks like.
And I think to this day, the premise is still the same for me. We can all talk about helping people. We can all give anything lip service. No one pays attention to what you say. Yeah. They only are impacted by what you do.
Yeah.
And you had that intentionality. I have that intentionality. And I still think women can be just not the support of everything else, right? And maybe I won't impact as much as I would have liked to, but I know I did everything I could.
Yeah.
And this is so essential to me. And honestly, the conversations I have now, Anne, are with women that I wouldn't even know existed without this show.
Right. Sure.
And that's a tie and a bind. And when you can honestly look at them and say, hey, when you see this about me, what do you think? They're going to tell you. Because they care.
Yeah.
And there's this bond now all through this show. So I think it's always funny, the Lord, like the more you help people, the more goodness comes to you.
Yeah.
Right? The more more you reap what you sow in all the best ways of giving.
So 2026 is a fresh year. I think it's going to be an amazing year. I think it's an amazing year for business as well. I think there's a ton of opportunities.
I always do, but it's going to be a tough macro.
Yeah,
year.
I don't know. I don't know that I totally share that idea, but I think...
all prognostication, right?
Yeah. I think today's the day. Anybody, if you want to join me in the pool, join me.
Would you like that?
And doing
Would you
hard
like
things.
to have a pool cabal of...
We could talk about that. A Grit and Gravitas pool meetup. We could do that.
That's a hard no from... From Anne E.
Stop.
Yeah,
Why'd you do that? You have a pool.
No,
what are you talking about?
I told you I like to wake up. I like to put my gear on. I have not a thought in the world. Except,
now I'm going to make you join me.
I just put a foot out into the earth. Oh, man.
You're going to swim with me.
Well, the first thought, thank you, Lord. I woke up, right? And honestly... I want to focus more on counting my blessings throughout the day as much as I do.
Well, that's a New Year's
First thing in the
resolution is
morning.
gratitude. We've talked about that. Is waking up, being gracious, being thankful, looking for ways to serve, doing hard things, and then again, this is nothing new. But I think with a renewed intentionality. And then I'm inspired by your story. I'm going to look for friends, invite friends to swim with me, which I just did.
Oh my gosh. It's like that guy Colin saying, you were my best boss. It's like nothing has filled me with greater gratitude. And someone said to me the other month, like, your emails are the best. I'm like, ew, why? I don't like them that much.
Well, no, that'd be gracious receiver.
Right. But no, they said the part about it that I love is how you often say with gratitude and appreciation, because you feel that.
Yeah.
For me, for what we have together. And I thought, that was just that comes from my heart.
Good.
It wasn't performative. It's always just, man, I really appreciate you. And I'm grateful
awesome.
for, yeah, right? So I think those things along the way fill up, right? What it takes to sustain.
Yeah.
We always have to just be who we are and find the people that love that and support that.
Good. So our big takeaway is we can do hard things.
But please start today.
Yeah.
Don't wait
Today's
for
the
Feb
day.
1. Don't wait for
No.
March 1. Don't wait for 4-4.
We're past Quitter's Day. There shouldn't be a Quitter's Day. We shouldn't have a Quitter's Day.
I don't have
We should have a diversion day. You can divert, you can sidestep, and then get back up day.
Not happening. No quit in me, right? So I appreciate you. I'm grateful
You
for
too.
you.
I will see you in the pool.
Okay.
Have a high gear day.
God.
Thanks for listening. It's our desire that these stories will bring energy, ideas, and fresh thinking that you can use today. Subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Instagram, and have a high gear day.